Hey everybody, look, the kitty's back.
And so am I.
Yep, she's back though. Unfortunately, she was not able to go to the movie.
I had to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got off work.
Yeah, I'm lucky I don't work on the weekends.
My hand tastes good? Sorry, keep licking my hand. And sniffing me.
Because you smell like sugar.
Yeah, we just had ice cream.
Yeah. But before all that, and while this one was working, as evident, Sunday Funday this week is about the nice guys, who are strangely actually really not very nice to anybody. And I will try and show this to you because
I was like, you had to go see it without me.
Yeah.
It looks like kind of funny.
It actually is pretty funny. I mean, I will say that much. This is actually a pretty funny movie. Shane Black usually can do pretty good humor. He is the same director of, I know, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Because my brother was telling me about that while we were watching it. If I'm not mistaken, he also did Lethal Weapon 4, which, for the Lethal Weapon sequels, it's actually not god-awful. It's pretty decent. I just realized I'm, like, leaning weird. I blame that on the furry thing.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. But I know he also did Iron Man 3, which,
was weaker than Iron Man films.
Yeah, but it still had pretty good humor for what it was and everything. I will say that much. Iron Man 3, in fact, probably I'd say was one of the funniest of them all. You know you can't quit petting. You must keep petting.
You are as bad as my puppies. Bad as my dogs.
Oh, she can be worse. Because she will get up in your face and just be, no.
I was talking Buster. Get him in your face and like start scratching it. And she's like, pet me. He's like, stop.
Yeah, but she's cuter about it, though.
Well, we're talking about who's worse. But anyway, we're getting off topic.
Nice Guys, directed by Shane Black. Stars Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. Sorry, went blank on his name. Very chubby Russell Crowe, like my size chubby. I was like, wow, he's really put on some pounds.
I feel like you're 2 tons of fun.
I am.
No, you're not.
Russell Crowe
you're a little tub.
Yeah, so is Russell Crowe in this. He went heavy on some Irish food on there. You can tell. Well, he's actually supposed to be Irish in this movie, so his like hints where his Irish accent comes through actually kind of makes sense.
He's actually Australian, isn't
he? He's some kind of limey. Who knows? It might be Irish, something like that. But he does say like his family's from Ireland. He's son of immigrants, I believe, and all this.
Is that what you're talking? I can go ahead and...
I'm going to say, you can be the person who's on the phone.
Yeah. I can be that person.
Yeah, well, I get to talk about just how really good this movie is. Now, I know everybody's like, well, what about Neighbors 2 or Angry Birds? 2 things. 1, I know people liked it. I hated Neighbors. I couldn't finish it. I was just sitting there, I hate this movie so much. So stupid. This is so bad. And it's bad because I actually like Seth Rogen. I enjoy a number of his movies. Super Bad, Knocked Up, even though technically Super Bad, he's a very supporting character, not much of a main character. In terms of Evan, whatever Jonah Hill's character's name is, or he might be Evan, I can't remember. But also in McLovin, of course. Seth Rogen's a supporter there, but hey, he still works. But yeah, I usually like a lot of movies he's in. I even like the Green Hornet movie, and I know people really hated that, and I was like, it's actually kind of fun. Sure, Seth Rogen could be a little annoying during it, but I enjoyed it. I didn't expect Masterpiece Theater, and I got a pretty decent kind of action comedy. Not one of the best of all time, but certainly not one of the worst films of all time. Like people, this is the worst movie ever. Nah.
Yeah, he was born in New Zealand. Mm-hmm. And his family moved to Australia when he was a small child.
Ah, so he's a Kiwi Australian. He hates himself. I know you poor Australians and Kiwis have y'all's constant wars. You throw kangaroos and dingoes at each other. I just pissed everybody off. It's like, alright, angry emails coming. But I can't remember where I was going with all this. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't even know where but the reason why I didn't see Neighbors 2, because I couldn't sit through the first one, and Even though I know pretty much how it ends. I just didn't want to see a sequel. It didn't look good at all. At least the first one's trailer, some of it made me laugh. This one's made me whole time, so I was like, I'm not looking forward to it. And I was worried that that was what it was going to be. Then I learned, oh yeah, Angry Birds comes out this week. Yay. Angry Birds.
You want to feel like a pedo?
Oh yeah.
Sit in a theater full of kids watching that by yourself?
Hey kid, you want some candy? I tell you, I ain't licked all of them. And I should walk in with a trench coat on.
You don't even look over the side of the cliff. You just jump off it, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's swan dive right off it. Yeah, Angry Birds didn't look that good at all. I mean, I laughed at one part in the trailer, and that was when they shot the yellow bird through one of the pigs' houses or castles and everything, and he hits like everything, like a bunch of glass, nails, and cactus and stuff like that. It's a house of horrors. I don't know why that line makes me kind of laugh. Maybe because that trailer just. So I wasn't looking forward to this weekend. Then I saw The Nice Guys comes out. I was like, all right. Then I was like, ah, crap, it's probably going to be real limited. And thankfully, my theater was playing it and had pretty decent show times for it. Usually, they are so weird. Like, the reason why I didn't even bother with The Boss or Money Monster, if you're wondering why Money Monster didn't come out. Bye-bye, kitty. It's because Money Monster got screwed with its times on me. Like, one was, like, really early in the morning where I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to wake up that early to go see that movie. And then another was at, like, 5. It was, like, weird. So I was like, oh, screw it. I'll just skip Money Monster. And there was something else. I think The Darkness came out. But, sorry, I'm not going to bother going to see a PG-13 horror movie. If I was not working, I would probably go see all these. Because I have nothing better to do then. Probably see one each. Like, one Friday, one Saturday, one Sunday. It's still really small on Sunday simply because it's easier to edit that way. But yeah, I wasn't sure about seeing that, so that's when I was like, I'll just see Captain America again. It was good. And much like this movie, this movie's actually pretty good. I laughed at it. I feared for the characters whenever I should have feared for it. And on top of everything, it's supposed to be set in 1977, and it feels like it. It feels, even though I know 48 Hours is early 80s, I want to say 82? Maybe 83 or something like that. It feels very much like 48 Hours to me in a really good way. Like, these two very different characters, though in the same way they have a lot of similarities.
I'm not saying the movie actually takes place in the 70s. Right.
What, 48 Hours?
No.
Yeah, Nice Guys takes place in the 70s. But like I said, it's like it feels similar because it's late 70s, 77 to be exact. Yeah, I do know it takes place in the 70s. But yeah, it feels 80s in some of its vibes simply because of how the color palette is. It's at late 70s where we're starting to transition into the 80s where it's like, oh my god, what were you thinking? Where the fashion was insane, porn was the king. Oh yeah, it is. In fact, this whole plot revolves around a porno, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, porn star is what I read.
Yeah, not really.
Aging porn star gets killed or something, I don't know.
It does, but that's at the very beginning of the movie, and I don't know if she's even an aging porn star. Her name's Misty Mountains. It's probably one of the better porn star names.
Porn star.
I'm not even sure if she could even be called a fading porn star, because...
The apparent suicide of a fading porn star in 1970s Los Angeles is what the summary says on.
I would say the summary is dead wrong. It doesn't even get that movie at all. It's like, that's not even a... Because technically it happens in the first scene that... It's actually... I'm not sure if it's meant to be funny. It is funny. Is this kid sneaks into his parents' house and steals the not Playboy. He's sitting there looking at a centerfold of her, Misty Mountains. You see this car in the background just crashing through crap. But you don't hear it, so it's like, okay, it's also too quiet for the kid. You're just like, oh, what's going to happen? Car just goes right through the building, right through the house. And it's sad because the lady ends up dying, though she's Of course, she's naked and she looks exactly like how the kid was looking at her. Got one of those like little non-winks things. And then we get introduced to Russell Crowe's character, who we learn is... we don't know a whole lot about his backstory, but if you want to compare it to Lethal Weapon, which I would... or 48 Hours, which I think 48 Hours would be a closer comparison between these two.
Yeah.
He is very much a Nick Nolte. He's gruff. He's been doing this for a while. Although he's not a cop, he's just... I guess the best way to put it is he's the guy who... somebody's being a little dickhead, he's going to push their shit in for a little bit. You know, he's going to break their arm or knock their lights out. Like, at the beginning, this guy is hanging out with this girl. This guy's like 30-something, the girl's 13. And he likes to smoke pot with her, and he keeps... the guy gives off the creeper vibes. Also, Crow just puts on brass knucks and knocks the motherfucker right out. It's like, oh, yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty hilarious, too. Also, Crow, it's funny, like, he'll knock on their door and just be like, are you blah, blah, blah? Read off from this little thing. Yes, I am. Clunk. Again, it's probably because of the times, because nowadays, like, people have the little video cameras or do that. I think it's not... this movie really only works in that time period. Or in the 70s, maybe early 80s and everything. But the other thing, but the other character we get to look... yeah, sorry, my brain's just nowhere. But the other character we get to actually meet is Ryan Gosling's character. I might be mispronouncing his name. I think it's Gosling.
Yeah, it's Gosling, too.
Yeah, looks like Gosling. So he's a baby goose. But we get to meet him, and he is a private investigator. And he pretty much explains, like, he's not a very good one. He usually gets, like, the easy cases where he can rip old senile people off. Like, you've seen, or if you've seen the trailers for it, like, there's this lady, she's like, I'm looking for my husband, Fred. And he's sitting around notes, and he looks over, and there's an urn. It says Fred on it. Fred Miller. And he just goes to look like, huh? And he asks, when was the last time you see her? Oh, the funeral. Alright, I'll take the case. And he just takes them, lays money pretty much. But he's sort of like Eddie Murphy, but at the same time, he's also like Martin Riggs from Lethal Weapon movies, which is the reason why I do bring the comparison between the two. Because he's goofy like Eddie Murphy and does stupid crap all the time. But like Martin Riggs, he has actually a backstory that's very sad. And I'm glad that the movie touched upon it and gave his character depth. And it kind of gave some reasons behind, because he pounds the booze throughout this entire movie. He passes out while driving one time in probably one of the more hilarious hallucination scenes, or dream sequences, I guess, since anything that was in Batman vs. Robin. Like when Batman got attacked by a giant bunny. Yeah, or Batman vs. Robin felt like bad still. But yeah, whenever Batman got attacked by that giant bunny rabbit bat thing, which, okay, that happened. Don't know what that was for, Zach, but thanks. Zach likes going on his tangents worse than I do. Like Sucker Punch is a movie that's a beginning and an end with a massive tangent in the middle. But yeah, we learn that his character has a lot of sorrow in his past, especially dealing with his wife. I don't really want to spoil a whole lot with this movie, but I will just say it's like there are things dealing with his wife. And he has a daughter who, what's her name? Holly. I forgot her name for a second.
I was like, don't look to me. I didn't see the movie.
Yeah. Fortunately, Megan here is going to have to deal with me just
spoiling the whole thing.
Well, I'm going to try not to spoil much. One, because I would eventually want to show it to you, but also because I think y'all should go see it. Yeah, it's getting great reviews, and honestly, it deserves it. It's a really, really good movie.
History in the making. The first of his videos not to feature spoilers. At least not too many spoilers.
Yeah, like I'm just going to say, it's like there is a tragedy that deals with his backstory. And also, he has a daughter named Holly, who's actually in the movie a lot, and I was like, oh, this kid's just hanging around, and you know what, she's adorable. She's actually a good actress with what she has to do. It's funny, or it's I'm worried about her. I realized after a while, like if she was put in any kind of danger, I was really worried about her, not just as her being a little kid, but also worried about her because I liked her character, which shows me they wrote it well, it was directed well, and the actress acted it well. Yes, this little girl just does a great job. And also it's strange that Russell Crowe really does his kind of gruff and just kind of there thing. And it's such you can tell it should be a phoned in performance, but there are little nuances that Russell Crowe usually is not capable of. No offense, Russell Crowe kind of can't act very well. If you don't believe me, watch Gladiator, where it's like, yeah, he's really not good. How he won an Oscar for that, I do not know. Yeah, he won an...
The actors were good in Beautiful Mind. Or A Beautiful Mind.
I don't know. I've never seen Beautiful Mind.
I haven't seen it either. I saw like a little bit.
Trailers.
Yeah, I saw a little bit. It was on TV a while back. I watched it. I was like, what the hell is this? Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, probably not a good movie to try and watch on TV since it's long.
Yeah,
and
there's it was like right in the middle of it. Like, one scene with Russell Crowe and Jennifer Connelly arguing about these garbage trucks coming at night, and she thought he was hallucinating. It's like, no, like couldn't find out. Yeah, there were garbage trucks coming at night. He's like, okay, whatever. And then he like hallucinates Ed Harris for like the rest of the movie or something.
I don't know, I've never seen it. Beautiful Mind. I'll eventually watch it.
Oh, a little bit. I watched like, okay, I'm so whatever.
Yeah, it's probably like walking into the middle of the Social Network. You'll be sitting going, You're just going to be confused and not getting any of it. But, yeah, like I said, there's little nuances to every character. Like, Russell Crowe somehow puts in a great performance, even though he usually doesn't. And the bad thing is, I know because of the nature of this movie, it's probably going to just get shit on and not get any kind of even mentions at the Oscars. And also because it's technically a summer movie. It's not a November, December movie. Because those are usually your Oscar movies if they're a movie like this. Though it's not saying this movie needs to get Oscars, but I mean, it is actually surprising that these people who usually I don't care for that much, child actor, Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe, I don't really like most of these people, and they actually do really, really good jobs. Oh, and they're surprised Keith David in this movie. He just shows up. It's like, hey, somebody gave Keith David some work. Wait, yeah, Keith David, yeah. I had to sit there and think for a second, yeah, it's Keith David.
Goliath.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty awesome.
Yeah, there is an actor, a white actor named David Keith.
Well, no, it's just me. This is a big black guy, pimp suit. Awesome. There is actually, people are wondering about if there's kind of action or anything. There's action in this movie. There's suspense. It's gory at times, but it's never like unnecessary gore. Like, one guy falls from a building and of course, but to be fair, the guy who falls from a building, you want him to kind of be dead because he's a bad guy. Though there are little twists and turns here and there that someone's like, oh, I didn't see that. And then there was the final heel turn at the end of the movie, which I'm not going to spoil because you should go see this movie. Eventually I went, oh, okay, actually I kind of didn't quite fully expect that. I thought it was just this one person doing this, but now it turns out it's slightly bigger. Then there's also the whole overarching actual plot. Like, IMDb does this movie no justice in terms of describing it's about a fading porn star and trying to figure out her suicide, thinking it wasn't.
An apparent suicide.
Yeah.
Which to me always indicates it looks like a suicide, but it wasn't.
Yeah, which, surprise, surprise, it wasn't. But it's not really about her. It's actually about this other girl. Her name is Emily, who Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling are chasing throughout this entire movie, trying to find. And they get through into all sorts of shit thanks to it. And it's just fun being with these characters. Like, it's it's weird that it's like I loved watching what they were doing, but afterwards I was like, I almost think I could sit there and watch a movie. These two guys just at a bar, just pounding beers back and just talking to each other and telling stories. Like, you learn that Russell Crowe's actually a good guy. He wants to save people. He wants to do the right thing. He's very much Wade Wilson. He may be a mercenary in a way, but...
Yeah, back to your kitty, probably.
Yeah, Kitty wants out, I think.
You know, it's like she's about to start.
I know. Come here, baby girl. We'll
I'll
get
try
back
and
over
demonstrate
here.
for them. I
Yeah.
don't know what to call it.
Oh, kneading, I guess. Or scratching it.
Nubbing.
Yeah, or something. But, yeah, it's like, I would like to sit there and watch these characters more. I could sit there and watch a movie about the Ryan Gosling's daughter, Holly, and just enjoy it. They all play off each other very well. The setting is cool. It's fun. I'm pretty sure some nitpicker is going to find, well, you can totally tell Ryan Gosling is having this particular kind of cast on his arm at one point. Yeah, because Russell Crowe, how they meet is because Emily pays Russell Crowe to go beat the shit out of these guys that are following her, not really realizing that Ryan Gosling is one of the people that is coming after him. So he beats the shit out of Ryan Gosling and breaks his arm. And Ryan Gosling screams like a girl throughout this entire movie. Which could get old, except for it's used just sparingly enough. Like I said, whenever the hallucination scene's going on, Ryan Gosling's driving while he's doing it. And like, talking Russell Crowe. Crowe's like, all cars can drive themselves, man. There's a giant bee in the background talking to them. And Russell Crowe's sitting there waking him up in real life. And he's like, just crashes through a bunch of water barrels. And Ryan Gosling just kind of walking off pretty much like, nah, I didn't do anything dumb. And like I said, it should be bad. It should be actually something that you should see coming. And yeah, there's some slapstick humor, but it's slapstick humor that works. Like, Ryan Gosling's sitting there hitting on this girl, and they're sitting there hanging like shooting at each other. He acts like he's wounded and hits his ledge and rolls off it. And just falls down this hill. Whole way. And he just lands at the bottom. He's just all sprawled out just in pain. He's, reminds me very much of, like, Home Alone 2 after Marv got hit in the head with a ton of bricks. Harry. I know people really kind of don't have a lot of love for Home Alone 2. I actually kind of really like it.
I liked it better than the first one. The first one was funny, but the second one was even better.
I'll disagree with you on that one, but I will say, though, that it's not that. I think the second one is, like, complete utter shit, but, like, first one's a 9, the second one's, like, an 8, 8.5 really is what it is, but it's not close enough to be a 9. Yeah, ironically enough. Yeah, this is a fun movie. I would say go check it out. It's not doing great in theaters, though I think it's doing better than people were thinking, because a lot of people are like, oh, it only made $11 million. To be fair, it's not playing in a whole lot of screens around here. I don't know if it's playing at... There's another theater I can go to every now and then. It's where I had to go see Ratchet and Clank, because it wasn't even playing a good... It had like 3 times at the closest one to me. But I don't even know.
The big one's Angry Birds.
Yeah. Well, like when Ratchet and Clank came out, the big movie was something else. I can't remember. Now, if the camera starts shaking, I am sorry. My cat is trying to get near the tripod. She's bumping it. But thankfully, it doesn't look like it's wiggling too much. Thank you.
Why'd you go edit in?
Well, thankfully, there's a stabilization option. Just turn that on, so it looks like the camera's moving with it. So it just makes us look like we're in Star Trek or something. Yeah, have you ever seen where they remove the camera wiggling effect from Star Trek Next Generation episodes, and everybody you see they're just doing this? It's hilarious looking. But yeah, this is a fun movie. I I wish this would get some kind of a sequel, and I know people are like, no, don't get a sequel, doesn't need a sequel. Yeah, it technically really doesn't need a sequel, but I wouldn't mind seeing another movie of this. I wouldn't mind seeing another movie that is an homage to the 70s and to the 80s in a way, even though it's 80s. Not set in the 80s. Even though it's not in the 80s or anything, because it actually has fun. It tries to enjoy itself. It soaks itself in all the ugliness of that era or that particular time frame, from playing just butt ugly clothes,
porno stash,
pornos, yeah, porn stashes, other stuff like that. You know, just everything that you would think of with the late 70s, especially with the pretty much the 42nd Street phenomenon. 42nd Street back during, I want to say the 70s or so, in New York City. It was where you could find all the pretty much exploitation theaters. They were known for showing like Cannibal Holocaust, shit like that. Or Cannibal Ferox. I think that might be the same movie. I can't remember. But they showed some of the most well-known exploitation movies. And also they showed a lot of porn there too. And it was also known for being a very kind of seedy street at times. After a while, because of the porn theaters there, eventually worse elements started drifting in, and there was no attempt to corral them out. And now 42nd Street, I think, is nothing. There's like no theaters, or if there are, they're nothing like what they were. So, sad news. But yeah, this feels like a good homage to the 42nd Street movement in a good way. And again, it feels like a great 48 Hours reboot, even though it's not a 48 Hours reboot. Which, dear God, don't say they're going to make a 48 Hours reboot. I already saw the worst news that Tim Burton is thinking about trying to do Beetlejuice 2.
I'm not saying they're doing a Lethal Weapon TV series.
Yeah, but see, that's not the same to me.
Rush Hour series thankfully got canceled.
Yeah, but still technically on.
So Damien. I don't know if you heard about that. Damien.
Oh, I didn't even know that even came out. That tells you how little I was paying attention to that show. And also, they are doing another show that's based on a movie. I can't remember what it's. Oh, and they're also relaunching MacGyver.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, I don't know why CBS is bothering with it. Why? Nobody really cares that much anymore. It'd be like trying to launch Dukes of Hazzard. No one cares. But, yeah, go see
that wouldn't even make it to the air because it's racist.
Dukes of Hazzard, yeah.
Yeah. Because of the General Lee, the flag on top.
Yeah, because it has the Confederate flag on top of it. But, besides, all that, but I would say, go see The Nice Guys. It's a very brash movie, but it doesn't need to be nice. To make a little play on words there. It's fun. It's worth it to go see in theaters. You're going to have a good time. Maybe if I can find a little fault with it, it maybe runs a little long. Like, there are little bits I can say, oh, you could have cut that down a little, but it's a nitpick. I mean, really, it's a very big nitpick. So that's the reason why it's like, I don't even acknowledge it's even there. But this is a movie when it comes on theaters. When it comes on DVD or Blu-ray, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. It's an enjoyable movie. I enjoyed the shit out of this. I enjoyed myself. I laughed a lot. I think you'll laugh at some of its brashness and just some of its actual really meant to be funny parts. And generally, it's a great movie. And if you want my score, I feel good giving it a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's a perfect 10. Well, even though 10 to me still is not perfect. Just simply because there is a little bit of that length issue. It is a 2-hour long movie. And it felt like it could have been an hour 45 minutes at points. Especially since at the end it does a whole lot of heel or a bunch of turns and twists and everything. And it did so much to where at points like, okay, I don't think you need this many. But again, that's a minor nitpick. But in reality, it's fun as can be. There's goofy things throughout the entire thing that I loved. So, I would go see it. Now, next week, I'm not looking enough for next week. I'm hoping it gets help, but I haven't been hearing great news about it. That's Cat's same opinion as me. We're going to be seeing the next installment in the X-Men franchise.
Although if you're seeing it on Saturday night, I'm going to end up missing it.
But I have a feeling it's going to suck. Last one was so pointless. I know people love Days of Future Past. I said it was one of the best ones. See, my cat thinks it's one of the best ones too, but I disagree with her. I'm sorry, Smokey, it's not.
She just wants out.
Yeah, she wants to go outside. I gotta cut this up, or cut
this short.
Yeah, cut the short so that way I can go ahead and let her outside. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. X-Men Days of Future Past was a pointless movie. I know people want to say, there was a point to it. It really wasn't. Especially, like, over half of that movie that was set in the future. After he got sent there, sent to the future, none of that mattered. See? Categories. Characters dying, all this, none of that mattered at all.
Do you mean once he got sent back to the past? Or once he got caught up with the future?
Once he got sent back to the past. Because
you said once he got sent to the future.
Not the past. None of the future stuff matters, what I said. Because the thing is, if we're going to go with the idea that they can actually affect the future and everything. If he is actually going back there, and he's already there, his memories and all that are there with his younger body, there is no way the future can be happening as it is. Because as soon as that happens, he's changing. He's changing everything. So, the future's already changed. Movie's done. Pretty much the movie ends at 30 minutes. If that long. So, and this, I don't like how they're doing
Well, you can
Apocalypse.
save this rant for next week.
Yeah, but I don't like how they're doing Apocalypse. I really don't like Olivia Munn. I know people love her, but she has the acting charisma of a toad. And just honestly, it's like, and also I'm not looking forward, especially thanks to the already reviews are coming out there saying, yeah, this is not very good. It's very boring, and it's strangely very empty feeling. So, that's going to be good. But hey, we'll see you next week with Days of Apocalypse Past, future, not important crap. Because, obviously, after the end of the last movie, none of it mattered because they're done. So, see you next week with a pointless movie.